Republicans have said and shown that they will not allow any Republican senators to cast any votes with Democrats on anything of substance. Even a bill as widely popular as the COVID relief bill, which had huge support among the population as a whole, including among a majority of Republican voters, still not a single Republican senator voted for it. Republican leader Mitch McConnell now says that not a single Republican senator will vote for the infrastructure bill. Again, no matter what's in it. And again, like with the COVID relief bill, it's not because voters are against it or it's an unpopular measure. New polling today from Politico and Morning Consult shows broad majority support for every single major element of the infrastructure bill. From modernizing VA hospitals to roads and bridges and streets to improving caregiving facilities for older Americans and disabled Americans, to replacing all the lead pipes in our water systems, to building and improving public schools, to increasing high-speed broadband, to improving public transit and Amtrak, to airports, to electric vehicle fleets and electric vehicle chargers, to capping and cleaning up abandoned wells and mines. I mean, all of it. They pulled on all of those elements of it separately. And every single one of those elements has at least 50% support among registered voters. Most of those things considerably more than 50% support. But nothing has less than a majority of the country supporting it. And look at that one highlighted proposal that we've got there, the one that we've got highlighted there in yellow. That's just the proposal about improving caregiving facilities for older Americans and disabled Americans. That's the part of the Biden infrastructure bill that Republicans keep picking on in particular. That's the part of it they really hate, and they really think that if they keep talking about that, that'll turn the public against the infrastructure bill. Turns out that has 76% support among American registered voters, 86% among Democrats, 64% among Republican voters. I mean, overall, only 13% of the country says they're in opposition to that. The rest say they don't know. But that thing with 76% overall support and 64% among Republican voters, that's the thing that Republicans have chosen to pick on the most. They think if they keep talking about that, oh boy, they'll win on this one. It's wildly popular. That's more popular than like kittens. But still, they say not a single Republican senator will vote for this bill. Even from the outset, even before they start formally debating it, they've already promised there'll be 0 Republicans. Well, that's your prerogative, okay, for something this popular. For you all to stand against it when it's going to pass anyway. Feel free. Because Democrats do have an option to pass this without any Republican votes. And today, President Biden made the case that he would love for Republicans to support this bill, and he thinks they should. But if they don't, well, they don't. Their call. It's going ahead anyway.
Debate is welcome. Compromise is inevitable. Changes are certain. In the next few weeks, the Vice President and I will be meeting with Republicans and Democrats to hear from everyone. And we'll be listening. We'll be open to good ideas and good faith negotiations. But here's what we won't be open to. We will not be open to doing nothing. Inaction simply is not an option. Now, since I announced this plan, I've heard from my Republican friends say that many of them say it's too big. They say, why not focus on traditional infrastructure? Fix what we've already got, the roads and the highways that exist and the bridges. I'm happy to have that debate. But I want to tell you my view. We are America. We don't just fix for today. We build for tomorrow. 200 years ago, trains weren't traditional infrastructure either, until America made a choice to lay down tracks across the country. Highways weren't traditional infrastructure, until we allowed ourselves to imagine that roads could connect our nation across state lines. The idea of infrastructure has always evolved to meet the aspirations of the American people and their needs. And it's evolving again today. We need to start seeing infrastructure through its effect on the lives of working people in America. What is the foundation today that they need to carve out their place in the middle class, to make it, to live, to go to work, to raise their families with dignity, to ensure that good jobs will be there for their kids, no matter who they are, or what zip code they live in. That's what infrastructure means in the 21st century. It still depends on roads and bridges, ports and airports, rail and mass transit. But it also depends on having reliable, high-speed internet in every home. Because today's high-speed internet is infrastructure. It depends on the electric grid, a grid that won't collapse in a winter storm or be compromised by hackers at home or abroad. Ask a teacher or a child care worker if having clean drinking water, non-contaminated drinking water in our schools and our child care centers is part of that foundation.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.